Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Stride Gamer here, providing you with a new Anno 1800 episode. And before we dive in, if you missed it, there is a new Anno Union article or blog, if you wish, news that just came out a few days ago, linking or describing a couple of things, and in particular that the technical test for the last DLC of Season 3, the High Life, has started. So don't hesitate to check it out. I'll post it in the description below. And this is good news for us, means this DLC is coming quickly. And as you know, if you've checked my other series, I am very big on min-maxing, so definitely looking forward to the High Life DLC. But today we are back with a tourist or beauty building series where we also look at the tourist and their functionality. So I have planned a couple of elements for today. One is the chemical plants that we're going to look at here for the tourist. But before that, there's also the oil field or the oil. I don't know what you call that, but basically it's my Middle East. It's where I'm gonna make all my oil on this island that I want to show. And a big thing is actually the harbors. I'm starting to work on the harbors, both one for tourists and another one more for the industries. If you've seen one of my recent videos on the Harbour Ornament mod from After Dark, this is actually used here because otherwise the Harbour is ornaments are very limited. So we're gonna look at those three things. Once again, the oil part of the city. Here you can see a bit chemicals, and we're gonna discuss also their functionalities that you can see here. And lastly, the harbors. So hope you're excited, and let's dive in. If you don't know about the city here that you're seeing, this is my beauty building city. The series appears now at the top, but will also be in the description below if you prefer to look at it later. But let's start, as I said, with the oil. And the oil is here. So, I mean, there's not that many ornaments we can use here, but I tried to make it a very industrial looking place. You can see two oil stations, so a couple of trains always busy in this. It's nice to see them. So there's two stations, one there and one there, both with a few oil wells. Then, fire stations here and there, a warehouse that's basically useless but felt good to put there. And then mostly ornaments. So you can see here this footbridge for people to go from there to there because of the rail. Different cargo stacks here and there, smaller ones there. Water tower, because you can have often fires coming out. Then these small shades for people walking everywhere and there. You need sand for all of this. Some empty barrels and tanks. It's more gas than oil, but still, I mean, it's good. It works for the space. And that's basically it. So, I mean, and the other thing I want to do is have some bit of a complex railway system. As you can see, trains could be I'd love to have a mode, or if you know of a mod, do tell me, that has like fake trains I could put on these, like a train waiting here or a train waiting there, because I tried to do a bit of a station. So anyway, that was the oil station I wanted to show very quickly. That's linked to this worker station, worker city here. Now let's move to the chemicals. And as you can see, the chemicals that created this sort of mini city here. And I did put the docklands, which is not really finished. As you can see, I only have very few modules on this save. But I put the dockland here because those chemicals require a lot of different elements. So I was, if we're thinking about a role play, I was thinking that actually all of these would be imported and coming here to be used in these factories. So if you don't know about the chemical This is this one, chemical plant, and this is what I would call a multi-production building, meaning that when you create it and click on it, it will ask you to click on the formula codex, which is similar a bit to the restaurants page, and choose one of these. You can't produce all of them on the same, but you can obviously have different ones. And if you look closely, you'll see different colors here. White, right? You can see the white here in those two elements plus the white there, versus here it's yellow, right? Yellow, 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 and here more like pink, let's say. And that shows you those three elements that can be built. So if we look again at the codex, we see shampoo, lemonade, and souvenirs. And both, I mean, those three things are required for the tourist. You can see here the shampoo. You can see there in the happiness, the lemonade, and the souvenirs. So if you really care only about needs, you could say that you're gonna do only the shampoo, but as you know, if you don't have these elements here, you get this malus or debuff, if you prefer, of 20%. That's limiting really your basic needs. So that's where the tourists are quite different from all the other sort of population tiers, because there's a link basically between the needs, basic needs, and the happiness. It's not two disconnected elements. Anyway, so as I was saying, these are the three, and if we look quickly again at the codex, they do require quite a lot of different elements. As I was saying, coconut oil, cinnamon, sugar, citrus, all of those things coming from the other regions, but also salpet, which you've probably never used before because it's needed is in very few production chains. The soap, and then here the camphor wax, also another region, the New World, the cotton from the New World, and the glass. So a lot of different resources, most of them imported, right? The glass is basically so it was glass and soap that were really the ones coming from here. So what I did is I made a small glass factory here. As you can see, we have the sand mines. Try to also just to show that you can make them in different ways. You can put them on your shore, but you can also put them on the sea as long as you have a road. With very small ports, not very pretty. I need to work on it. But anyway, so the sand that's delivered into those glass makers going into the warehouse. So very small city, nothing special. High halls of the industry, small road here going. So that was the second thing I wanted to show you, and now the ports. So for the ports, you can see here I started doing industry ports. Here, what I wanted to do is do a port with only the ornaments that you get without any modes, and then the port with modding elements to show you a bit the difference. And then there's another port over there we'll look at just after. So let's take a quick look here. We have fisheries that once again you can put them on the sea. They don't have to be on the shore anymore as long as there's a road, and of course that they are in range of a warehouse. Also some depots. So all of this is sort of normal elements, right? And then all of these elements there are from the Dockland DLC ornaments. So you can see the warehouses that's here. You can see the industrial cranes here and there. The two lighthouse, sorry, the crimson and white one. You can see a bridge here that's open. And crates, road, mode, some lamps and trees, small, large. There's a few of them, but if you change them, they take different spaces. So that's why I can't here. And then also a pier. So, and a Harbour Master office. So all of this is base game or DLC game, more, but nothing out of the ordinary. Versus all of this here is once again because of the Harbour Ornament mode, which will appear now at the top. And here you can do a lot more things with this one. As you can see, first you can place some ships, like these ones. There's a lot more cranes than before, actually 8 different ones. You see one example here, another there. Many docking cranes to more depots, some without roof, some with roofs. You can start placing those industry elements like the sand or the water tower. You can put also a bit of more pleasure ornaments or beauty ornaments like benches, the trees and flower beds. You can put different caves, right? Because here you see the normal ones, then you see one with wooden, what did you call it already? Sorry about that. It's this one. Like catwalks. Then you can put this one here, which is this one with a bit of a bridge. You can put this one here, that is a bit more rocks. So really a lot more choices. There's of course this magnificent lighthouse. I won't go into all of the details of what you can do, but this was a bit my idea. And then let's see the last one, which we will also try to walk through. And this last one is here. And it's an amusement park for tourists that is on the sea with this great Ferris wheel, this roller coaster, a lot of games and food. So this one is like beverage stand, baked goods stand. I think there's a pizza stand somewhere, but also games, as I said. Like this one is the shooting gallery. Here you heard exactly the ding dong of this ornament, but also some places to relax here or there. A lot of statues and trees. So this is for a tourist, and let's see how it feels when we walk through it. Okay, we are there. Can press shift to go quicker. We see we have to pay here at the kiosk. I don't know. There's nobody there, so we'll just enter without paying. That's okay. We get in, and this is what I find really amazing also about Anno, is this is a mod, right? All of these assets are, not all, but many of them are new, and still I can go in first person and see them. Wow, look at this level of details. Even this fell, poof. And so, sorry, just to change a bit what I said, it's not that they're completely new. Many of them are either used on are like base game on shore or from one of the cosmetic DLC, but still, it's amazing that now you can go on another place in the game and still use them. And there's a few that, to be honest, I haven't seen in any cosmetic DLC, so could also be completely new. But maybe secret assets. Like this thing, I've never seen it before. There's also a small market. Big statue in the middle. I don't know if we're gonna be able to go around. Oh, a small bug. That happens. Now let's go see the... So if in the normal, let's say, cosmetic DLC, you can actually go inside Not sure here if we can. It doesn't seem so. Seem to be blocked somehow. And can we go into maybe the wheel? Let's try it. In the meantime, don't hesitate to share any thoughts. What do you like from what you've seen? Do you like my mini chemical factory? Do you like some of the ports I've created? Also, do tell me what you don't like, what doesn't feel realistic, and also what you'd like to see next in this beauty series. Come on, get me inside. No, it doesn't seem like we can for this one. I see you. Maybe here. No. So it is, ladies and gents, a new episode in a... Oh, I'm stuck. In a beauty series, beauty building series with tourists. Hope you liked it. So the oil fields, the chemical factories, chemical plants, and industry and tourist harbor. So hope to see you next time.